So here we have all of my miniatures set up and kind of sorted out. We started off with Ralpartha, which is I assume an older type of miniature that you used to be able to get in the early 90s, that kind of thing. I don't remember what all these are. But this is obviously Lizard Warrior. We've got some sort of Death Knight. Feathered Serpent, right there, or Winged Serpent, I should say, because he's got these bat wings. We've got an angel with removable angel wings. Originally, the serpent and the angel were pre-painted, as were, I believe, these two. And I stripped those, so I haven't gotten around to repainting them yet. Then there was the Ralpartha miniatures that I actually did paint along with yours. This one's some weird off-brand thing for a Star Trek role-playing game. Here's a harpy. There's my little druid, although I would assume he's not exactly a druid, but I made his cloak green so that he would be. I don't recall what this thing is called. Incubus or something. And then another weird alien creature from a different role-playing game altogether, which I guess somebody decided to create. It comes with a lot more types, like queen, hive mind type of thing. This is just the one that I thought was cool when I was looking online. Then we get into the expensive ones from Reaper. We've got some sort of archer warrior lady. We've got a cleric. We've got a salamander lizard warrior type thing. We've got a wolf, just a generic wolf. And then I get to the ones that I've actually primed and I'm ready to paint. We've got two ghosts sitting on a magical circle. We've got a group of 4 rats, just generic rats. We've got this just plain old girl. And then I found on Reaper that they also sell Mouse Guard miniatures. And so here we've got, actually this one should be over here, but we've got gunslinger, archer, warrior, 3 space guys along with interchangeable heads, so you can pick if they've got their helmet on or off. 2 holiday themed ones. One is a Cupid, one's a Easter mouse. There's a wizard. Wizard should probably go over with these 4 guys. So you've got your medieval, high magic, high fantasy versions. And then over here you have Thanksgiving mice. This one, these 2 don't count. These 3 Thanksgiving mice. We've got Pilgrim Guy, Pilgrim Girl, and Indian. And then you've got these plastic ones, which go with a couple others that I thought I had. Oh, which go with these 2, which I've also pre-painted. So here we've got something like Thief, something, Beekeeper, and Wizard mouse. And then in the back we've also got the 3, we've got a Barbarian, we've got a Bard, and we've got a Pirate mouse. Then in addition to the Gunslinger, which these should be together, I also have a Lara Croft mouse for Tomb Raider, just a special little thing. Then we get back into partially painted Reaper minis, such as my Succubus girl. And we've got another warrior girl with a crossbow. Only partially done on these. This was an additional. I don't recall if I bought this or if this was a one they threw in just because I had purchased a lot at once. But some sort of cleric / wizard girl. We've got a dryad here, and it comes with detachable tree limbs that I have to glue on after I paint them. I probably should scrape off the paint so that the glue fixes a little better. We've got another succubus chained up. That one took a long time to do. And I took especially long time on the wings, making sure they looked really, really, really cool. The wings do pop off if you stress them enough, so I have to be careful with those. We've got a girl, just a dancer girl. I probably want to tan her a little bit, put a little bit of more red in her skin since she's a dancer, and I kind of think of her as an outside dancer, so the sun would have tanned her skin a little bit better. We've got the fairy queen, or the dryad queen. She would go along with the dryad, maybe. But yeah, there's that one. That one was a fun one. That's also nice and glued, so she'll come apart fairly easily if I'm not careful. And we've got a Death Knight with his flaming shield. He's got rusty armor, but then he's also got this really purple-black cloak, death cloak thing. And then we've got the elf archer, which that one was a fun one too. Then we get into, I don't recall the name, but we've got official pre-painted Wizards of the Coast miniatures, plastic, that you don't really touch. They're fairly inexpensive, and they've advertised them on Acquisitions Incorporated and stuff. So I kind of went nuts with those. Those are easy to get. They're pre-painted. They're already ready to go, and they're not as expensive as Reaper. But we've got the giant eagles. We've got a basilisk here, which is the D&D version of a basilisk, not a Harry Potter version or a Doctor Who version. We've got what is this one called? These ones are labeled. Oh, Mimic. Yeah, I'm not good with the older monsters. In fact, I'm not good with any of the monsters. We've got kobolds, 3 kobolds here. We've got a fairy dragon, which those are much smaller than regular dragons, as you will see. And unfortunately, the little stand that it came with broke off within the body of the thing. These all come with pre-drilled. The flying ones come with pre-drilled holes with which to mount them on these stands. And that one, unfortunately, broke off inside, and I can't get it out without tearing the little thing apart. Remoraz, some sort of weird centipede creature I need to look up. Those are crazy scary. I pulled this out of the box and yeah, it was not pretty. But then we've got this Red Spawn Arcanus. I don't know what this is, but it comes with a monster card, so we can tell what it does. We've got a Phase Spider, I believe it's called. Yeah, Phase Spider, which it can blink in and out of existence and then appear behind you and attack you and stuff. We've got this Razor Beast, I believe it's called. No, Displacer Beast, sorry. It does the kind of the same thing as the Phase Spider does. I believe I need to look up the monster manual on that, but that's a common one. That's a common one. We've got this thing which came with a small board game-ish thing. It's an expansion to a board game called, I believe, Red Delta Squad something, but it's basically an undead red dragon named Margoros. We have a Flaming Pegasus, which we also call a Nightmare. That's kind of a throwback to my Achaean affinities in game. We've got the Drider. Yeah, not Drow Elf are the black-skinned, white-haired elves, dark elves, as World of Warcraft would call them, but Driders are elves combined with spiders. And then we get into our small, I'm going to go with on the back row later, but we've got a wyvern, however you want to say it. That was pre-painted, but I decided to touch it up a little bit, get the teeth and the eyes filled in myself, kind of give them a green tinge. We've got this Slaughterstone Eviscerator. Oops, I just dropped my green dragon. We got the Slaughterstone Eviscerator, which this came as just a black-gray thing, and I thought I wanted to strip it and redo it. So I used regular paint thinner, or rather regular paint stripper, to remove the original rusty finish. And so now it's permanently sticky. Even as much as I varnish it and try to seal it up, remains very sticky, and that's kind of sad. We've got the Ankeg, this insectoid creature. We've got the Roper, which he will appear as a stalagmite in a cave until you walk up to him, and then he'll reach out with a tentacle and try to eat you. We've got this Ghost Dragon, which we call the Black Shadow Dragon. Yeah, I should call it a real Black Shadow Dragon. Gold Dragon, Silver Dragon. We've got that guy again. Let me run downstairs and get the green dragon that dropped. If I can find it. There it is. And then we've got the green dragon. And those all go together. Those are fairly, quite a bit pricier than the rest of these. We've got a griffin. And then we've got a sea lion. Or a sea cat as they call it. This one here is a cobra that I got from the local hardware store. They sell those other plastic miniatures of animals and stuff. So it's not an official role-playing miniature, but it's just a cobra that I found at the hardware store. And then a barrel. It was another one of this Sunshine Chowder on eBay that sells the rest of the plastic stuff. They just threw that in as a prop. And then we get to my second to final collection of miniatures, which this was a Kickstarter called Balls. And it was just basically floating ball monsters. And I kind of went nuts supporting them. And so they sent me a lot of different ones. These are flaming balls. These are mohawk guys. These are like meteor balls. There's some smaller meteor balls, and then little balls with eyebrows. Most of these, I mean, you can see here, they all come with stands so that they're all floating. But a lot of these are not drilled correctly. They 3D printed all these, and a couple of them didn't come out right. We got the big ones. I got a couple big ones. They had a special on giant balls. A tree of eye stalks in case I want to take one of these and glue additional eyes onto them. Here's a couple more eyebrow guys. There's a couple more meteorite guys. Two of these one of those spiky ones. Kind of a turtle dinosaur armor-plated guy. These ones are weird. We got these ones here, which are just more of the same. We got this smoother, weirder, armored, spiky guy. Another couple of spiked ones. This meteorite guy. This one, this weird smiling Cyclops. Yeah, these are my Cyclops ones over here. I think that was another special. Got two of those. One of this weird thing. Two of those. Yeah, all very odd. And they basically shipped them unpainted. You can glue them together however you want. I need to probably pre-drill all the ones that aren't set up on stands before I start painting. And then after they're painted, actually glue them to the stand so that they sit right. And then we come to the Castle Ravenloft board game, which I got from Simon in 2016 for Christmas. Oh, and there's more than a dozen of these miniatures that it came with. We've got flaming skeletons, we've got ghosts, we've got a werewolf, a weird, I don't know what they call this guy, but I've seen, this was the one that they had in Kobold Sorcerer. Got a screaming hag. Here's the 5 player characters that you can play as. And then we've got minions. We've got kobold minions, rat minions, 3 spiders, 3 orcs, 3 werewolves. We've got zombies here, 3 zombies. We've got 3 skeletons, 3 gargoyles, And then as boss creatures, we've also got the big golem orc guy, ogre. We've got a little dragon, and then we've got a big dragon. And I believe one of these has to be, obviously, the guy. What's the guy's name? Strahd. The vampire Strahd. And that, I don't, yeah. Wizard, we've got a wizard, we've got a dwarf, we've got a dragonborn guy, we've got a human, and we've got another human. But I can't find my Strahd character. But there is a Strahd character in this set as well. It's probably in one of these bags over here, because it comes with a ton of tokens and such. And I just need to go through and I need to play it again. It's a single player to, I think, 5 players, so you can just set it up in your own living room and play it across the floor and then put it away and take it out later. So that's my collection of miniatures. So far, although I spent $22 more on 3 more that are now coming in the mail so that I can recreate Burtok. That should be fun.